We are up here at Brockway doing the Clarion Little Toby Trail. And this is going to be our first time on this trail, and we're going to take you along with us. So, but it shouldn't be a whole lot of jibber jabber for me. But as we see things as we come along, we'll pull over and let you guys check them out with us. Bear with us because I just have a feeling this is not going to be a good video. But on the better side, it's a beautiful 10 o'clock Sunday morning, and I believe it is 66 degrees and sunny. It's going to be a really nice day for a ride. Okay, well, we're about 2 miles in, and I want to just jump in here and show you the trail, and it's more of a road. You can see the weeds in the middle and the tracks on each side. I don't know, they had the poles out where you couldn't drive a vehicle through it, but my gosh, it sure looks like side by sides, 4-wheelers are running this thing, that's about it. But it's not tore up, spun up. It's a good trail. And now, like I said, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, we've been shaded most of the time. It's a very cool trail. I mean, the section I'm going through right here is completely tree covered. It's very nice. As far as trail upkeep, the guys are doing good. But again, it's crushed limestone, dirt, not any big rock, but more crushed limestone than dirt. And right here you can see the grass in the middle. So I'm guessing they don't do a whole lot of maintenance on this road, for this trail, but they don't have to. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you guys what the trail looks like. All right, jump back in here. We're about 3.5 miles in, and I'm sure you cannot see it with the camera, but Toby Creek, I believe, is on the left. There is a creek over there, and it showed up once in a while, but barely make it out. But I'm guessing we do ride along here at some point in time beside it. And also wanted to mention that reading up on some information on this place, here at about 4.5 miles, I believe, there's going to be an old dam ruins that was ruined by a flood. So we'll see if there's a marker up here telling us what all is going on with that. There's a few other historic things along this trail we'll try to jump in and see. But one of the things they did say on the website was, I guess, watch out for rattlesnakes. And this time of year, I believe it's next weekend, they start the rattlesnake hunt up north. So if you do have to buy a bush ticket, go off the trail, keep your eyes out. It's one thing you definitely don't want to encounter this many miles in on the bike trail. Oh, right there's Toby Creek. I'm probably going to say Toby Keith at least 6 times today, so just deal with it, all right? Look, there's Toby Keith, may he rest in peace. But anyhow, yeah, when we get to those ruins, I'll jump back in to your show. All right, just wanted to show you, there's a bunch of these little bridge crossings. This is the first one that actually has some type of a creek coming into it. There's probably, honestly, got 5 or 6 little bridges went over. As far as sightseeing things, and I'm gonna tell you, we are 5 miles in from Brockway, and I was just asking my wife, well, where's these ruins? So again, this is our first time here, so maybe it was 5 miles in from Ridgway instead of Brockway. We are learning as we go. Please bear with us. But I always tell you whether to take the trail or not. This is so far a very nice trail, very shaded, just a nice trail. And right there you can see the creek a little bit. So creek, water run, whatever. Anyhow, very nice. Okay, we are roughly 6 miles in, and we are at this Blue Rock Elmont thing, and I'm sure we'll put up information on it when we do the video. But it says here, swinging bridge. So I remember seeing this online, and I know I'm not going to ride my bike down here. Oh, well, there's the swinging bridge. Okay, so we're going to disconnect the camera here and take you down around. All right, we are approaching this thing, and I must say, pretty neat. And there's no way I'm walking across that. Maybe 30 years ago, not a chance. And to think I almost drove right by this. It's just a small little sign that says swinging bridge.
Look, there's a rope swing.
Yep, rope swing over there. Again, if we were 40 years younger.
Yeah. 30 anyhow.
But it looks strong. Looks like it carried my big old butt. But if the guardrails were higher, I'd probably do it.
They are built for me. Easy.
Yeah, but it looks, the board, I don't know. I'm sure we'd be fine.
It's not part of the trail system. This is individually maintained. Yeah, these are low. I want to get a picture out there.
Well?
No. Vertigo's kicking in already.
I know I'm not going to do any good.
No, my vertigo won't let me do it.
So yeah, anybody in their 20s wants to come check this out and make a video out there, yeah, you're more than welcome to give it a shot, but we're heading back. Okay, and we're off from the swinging bridge on to the next stop. Okay, we are 8 miles in. I wasn't going to say anything, but I feel I need to. But this is like the second or third set of these wooden fences here. It's pretty cool. Actually, this is really neat, in my opinion. But the reason why I'm hopping on here is, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but if you have a skinny tire bicycle, you might have trouble through here. Because we went from crushed limestone, like a road type thing, to this is just straight dirt and mud. And then I just picked up a stick. Hold on. Did it fall out?
What?
I hit a stick. Okay, stick is out. But it rained hard yesterday. And can you hear that? It's actual mud and it's slippery. I am not complaining at all. The trail is in great shape. But I'm just letting you guys know, if you have a skinny tire with not much traction, this might give you some difficulty after a rain. So hear that? It's mud. It's not like mud puddles, like holy cow, you can't make it through, but I'm guessing because it's real thin, like a dusty, dry dirt, that the rain yesterday just saturated it all and doing what it's doing. But anyhow, again, just wanted to see that was slippery. I'm gonna jump in and show you. This just looks cool. Again, the split rail fence is just, it's a nice touch. All right, I rode right by this. And if you had your head down, weren't paying attention, you would definitely not see it. But pretty neat. Okay, looks like we're coming up to another parking area down mouth. Probably not how you say that, but looks like we're in state game lands. I know there's a section that we do go through. Maybe this is it. So Ridgway is 8.5 miles, Brockway 9.5. And according to the app, it works. It coincides with that. So another 8.5 miles, we're gonna have lunch.
This is the Clarion River Railroad Bridge. You can see the cement abutments there. It was active from 1890 to 1939. Okay, so we just passed the Carmen trailhead and came out along the railroad tracks. From what I read about the trail, we are going to follow these for almost 2 miles. So if we're lucky to make my day, we might get to see a trail. But you can probably notice that we love the rails to trail systems, obviously, and I have quite an affinity for trains in general. So I love this little bit. I like seeing the active tracks. But along the railroad tracks here, there is still plenty of room to ride your bike, obviously, but parts of it are pretty narrow. So we have met multiple people on this ride today, and so far I'm glad that we haven't really met anybody right along the tracks, because there are some places that it's pretty narrow, so just be aware of that when you come through. Looks like we may have a little bit of storm damage up here. This tree I'm not worried about, but it's the one up ahead that is obviously blocking the trail. So we will check this out, and I do have the number for the trail maintenance folks. I did bring that with me, so we can let them know. There have been a few more open areas to see the water on our left. And the only wildlife that I have witnessed on this trip so far have been birds and squirrels and chipmunks. So I haven't seen anything else so far on the trail today. But the weather, we couldn't ask for better weather. It's sunny, but comfortable. The trail is extremely well shaded, but beautiful. As I said, I hadn't seen any wildlife. There's some deer off on the side. I don't know if you guys will be able to see them or not, but they're just minding their own business, so I don't want to bug them. But they're beautiful. Ooh, I'm gonna wreck looking at them. And Mama has a sweet little baby down there. And we should be coming up pretty soon on the ghost towns and the remnants of those. But there's also supposed to be the dam remnants that were ruined in a flood. So we should be coming up on that kind of stuff on this trail here shortly. Hopefully we can see some of it and share that with you. And so this is the site of the dam that hubby says we can see the remnants from up here. He can see. I can't see. Unless, is it those rocks right there?
Rocks, yeah. That's what it
Yeah.
looks like.
All right.
Left hand side, you can see other rocks and stuff. It was formed.
Well, I'll walk a little bit.
And we are 4.5 miles in from Ridgway.
Yeah.
So.
That's about when they said we'd see it, so. Huh? Oh, yeah, from the other end of the trail. Yeah, that stonework down there is all I could see of it. I'm the gawker of the group, in case y'all haven't figured that out yet. I like to look around at all the stuff, see all the trees and pretty plants. Sunlight coming through. I'm the gawker. I'm okay with that. So we have found the part of the trail that follows the main line. It says that it follows the highway for 250 yards. So we shall see where we go. All right, so this is when your mirrors and your turn signals come into play, because we have to cross back over the road to go back onto the trail. Looks like we're going to open up here for a little bit. There is some sort of plant on the right-hand side. So there's a stop sign here right past an industrial place when the trail opens up a little bit. Obviously today there's no traffic, but just to let y'all know, there's a recycling center on the left. So you just need to be aware if they are, active business hours. So, all right. So just past that, we came through the next little trail entrance, and they do have a sign warning you that it's a 10% grade, which I personally appreciate. I'm not the speed demon of our crew by far. Again, I'm the gawker and like to take things slow and careful on a bicycle. Some neat little things here they have posted. They're showing snails and lettuce. So, try to get my bike up straight so you can see it, but it's a memorial totem in honor of Dave Lowe. So that's fantastic. I love it. Cute little town. Wanted to pull over here, pop up on the sidewalk and pull over so we could show this.
Okay, we are back at the trailhead in wonderful Ridgway. What a beautiful little town it was. All right, we saw this on the way down, thought we'd take a look on the way back. Here we are. Make sure I don't fall in the stupid creek. Which, hey, we're filming, so that'd be all right, huh? How about it? Haven't seen any wildlife. Couple deer, no snakes, nothing. But here it is. This is your Toby Creek at its finest. Okay, this is where we're coming back of the 250 yards on the road we gotta do. Not crazy about it. On this, really is a blind bend, so you can fly around, but right at the bend, so we pull in, so it's fine. You got plenty of room to stay here in the white line. You don't feel crowded by the guardrail. And right here's our trail, so we're not far at all. And you snake back in, and here we are. Okay, she was just telling me that this cherry tree flats is supposed to have remnants of an old ghost town. It must be a very good ghost town because we can't see anything. Must be like nothing left. Now there are some locals right down over the bank there doing some swimming, fishing. Maybe something's down there on the creek itself, but I don't think so. But if anybody knows anything, please let me know. Not seeing anything. Nothing that looks like a remnants of foundation or nothing.
No, and I don't want to disturb that.
No, I'm sure it's not on the creek side. So there, we let you down. Sorry. I don't know, so that's the way down. Thought maybe I could use the telescope stick here and see a view of the creek. Watch out for snakes. I'm not going far. That's about as high as I can get. See the old telephone lines here, power lines. Pretty cool. But okay, this is just a nice section of trail. We'll let it go for a minute or so. Not even, just to play some music and take you along.
Yep.
Okay, we've roughly got probably 3 miles left to go. I'm just going to do my closing remarks now, what I thought of the trail and of our whole experience of the Clarion Toby Trail. It's different. I ain't gonna lie, it's a different trail. There's nothing about it's wrong. There's nothing about it's bad. Our personal opinion is we don't like it. You really can't see anything. There's no attractions. I mean, this is going to be a short video because there's nothing to show you guys. And you know, maybe we had our hopes set too high because we heard a lot of good things about this trail. I don't think we'll come back. I really don't. One, it was an hour and a half away from our house to come to it for one, but there's nothing to draw us back here. Even Ridgway, now it was Sunday, and the streets were dead. We wanted to go to that brew bank for lunch, which looked really good, and it was closed due to Father's Day. Like I told you before, we ended up having pizza, which again is fine. But it's just, there's something lacking. And like we discussed also, that we were on the big bike yesterday for quite a while, and we got caught in the rain for about an hour. So if you're ever in the motorcycle and get caught in the rain, it's not fun. So we don't know if the conjunction of that and the trail, I don't know. It's just we're both kind of like one of those days where you don't want to go to work, but you have to go to work. You know, here we are, we're just trying to get through this trail, and With that being said, I did up my assist level, so my battery is not going to get me as far as what normally I would get. But like I said, we're not kicked in the butt, but it's just, I don't know, it's just an off day. But it's better than sitting home on the couch. We got out, we did it, we're here. So, but that's that. Just wanted to touch base and give you our thoughts on it. And I'll pick you up here as soon as we pull back into the trailhead and give you the mileage and that kind of stuff. Alrighty, that is going to do it for the Countryside E-Cruzers. For the sake of argument, let's just call it 40 miles is what we did today. Down and back, through town, looping around, this, that, and the other thing. For those who are paying attention, now granted I was in turbo for the last probably 10 miles because it didn't feel like it, but I still have 25% battery left in my e-bike. So everything is going good, and we'll talk to y'all later.